And Scott, this is exactly the conversation you and I had in Washington last week. We know from what Lisa just told us and from Federal Election Commission findings that the law firm for which Carlos de Oliveira's lawyer works was paid more than $189,000 by Donald Trump's Save America PAC. We have no idea of that $189,000, if any, or of that was used to pay de Oliveira's legal fees, because he does share the same lawyer, as Lisa said, with other Trump-connected folks. I asked you this then, and I ask you this again. At what point is doing that a conflict of interest? I suppose anybody can pay for anyone's lawyer, but if there's an underlying crime, does that change anything?
It doesn't. It doesn't change the conflict itself. What you really need to look for is whether the lawyers are giving those individuals good advice or bad advice. And at some point, those individuals have got to be thinking, listen, I don't want to stay in Trump's orbit. I don't want to stay in the political crime family any longer. What's life like for me outside of that crime family? And it doesn't look good right now. The other thing you got to think about de Oliveira is that his timing on these conversations with Trump and trying to get rid of the video not only puts Trump in the position of trying to eliminate evidence after they've got a subpoena, but more importantly, it indicates that Trump himself is doing more than withholding documents. He's trying to get rid of evidence after he's received the subpoena from the federal government. That's critical right there. He's facing 74 indictments now. And by the way, employee 3, 4, and 5 in the indictment, they're talking. That's going to put pressure on Trump's co-defendants. And Smith's indictment, additional indictment, superseding indictment, says that if you lie and if you don't cooperate, life only gets worse for you. You got to get out of the political crime boss's family. It may not look good, but that's the only place you've got to go now.
Go ahead, Scott.
The other thing is that his efforts to destroy this video footage shows his criminal intent, general or specific, that he has knowledge, and he has the criminal intent now because he knows he's broken the law, and now he's trying to cover up. Remember Nixon, the cover-up is always worse than the bad act, and Smith has figured that out. This trial, if it takes place, is going to be all about the cover-up, right? Donald Trump is going to be made to be the new Don Corleone of the political crime family. It's not the Biden family, it's his cover-up, and they've got witnesses against him. This is not going to be good if he ever goes to trial, and not good for the GOP party to support this criminality. It just is ridiculous.